right, Shalom. I want to start off first and foremost by giving Call Halayim Al Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who feed and nourish us through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And salutations, shalom, and blessings to you, sincere Akim, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity. As you can see, this is an article that I stumbled across yesterday. Which is just pure madness, man, and wickedness, man. As a matter of fact, before I jump into this article, I want to read this scripture real quick. This is where you at? There you go. Isaiah 29, 11? No, 16. This is Isaiah 29 and 16. Well, actually, I'm going to start at 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us?" I mean, because ultimately that's what Esau has been doing, man. He thinks that the Lord isn't privy to his plans, man. He thinks that the Lord doesn't knows the intents of his heart. Okay, and that's the stupidest shit ever, because the Lord made you, man. The Lord made you what you are, man. The Lord put those intentions in you for you to be the wicked vessel that you are, man. Okay, so that's just pure madness for you to think that the Lord doesn't see or know what you're up to and what you're doing. Okay, but now as they're starting to reveal their plans, because they feel like all their ducks are in a row, and they feel like they're in their sufficiency. As soon as they get ready to eat, the Most High is going to do what, man? He's going to disrupt that whole meal, man. He's going to slap that plate out your hand, man. Okay? Reading on verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Yeah, man. You turn things upside down, and you're esteeming it as the potter's clay. When a man is a man and a woman is a woman. For you to have a man cut off his genitalia and fashion what was supposed to be a male genitalia into a woman's vagina, man, and that's wickedness, man. That's pure wickedness, man. For you to take an apple and splice it with an orange and put some weird name on it, that's wickedness, man. Okay? In like manner, you splicing strawberries with ill DNA so they don't freeze and shit like that. Like, that's wickedness, man. That's pure wickedness, man. Okay? It says, "For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding?" Yeah, man, that's basically what Esau is saying, man. That the Most High has no understanding because he made you contrary to what you should be. No, man, the Most High is perfect in all his works. So whatever you are is what he made you, because that's what he wanted you to be. All right? Now let's get to this article. I actually got the article from Blacklisted News, I believe it was. But to read the article in its entirety, I had to click on the link, and it actually derives from this site, which is Technocracy News and Trends. It says genetically engineered babies only 2 years away. Okay, and that's pride right there, man. They're setting a date and a time of when they think that they're gonna fulfill their works. Okay, when nobody knows the day, when nobody knows if they're promised tomorrow, man. Okay, and yeah, you're supposed to say Lord willing, but nah, man, say Lord willing on some wickedness. Salak. It says It says transhumanism advances in the name of preventing genetic disease, thus extending life. Universities around the world are working feverishly and largely on taxpayer money to create a future nobody else wants. Yeah, man, because the things that come about when you genetically modify something, there are there's consequences, man. As the as the Quan Yara, the head brother in the Northwest camp, GMS Northwest, as he always as he brings out, man, them Asians, man, they X'd out I think a gene that causes cancer, or some type of gene that causes something, and now I think he said 10 or 15 years, 20 years of their life has been cut off, man. Now they're dying at 60, you know what I'm saying? When them gooks used to live for 120 years and shit, man. You know? See, there's consequences when you play as if you're God, man. Okay? There's consequences to that shit, man. So reading on, it says genetically engineered designer babies could be just 2 years away and spark a revolution in editing human embryos, scientists have said. Hey, and then when you watch that movie, Superman, I forget which one it is, but it starts off, the one with Russell Crowe in the beginning. It starts off with them. It starts off with a war that jumps off because they don't want natural babies anymore. They want all their babies to be genetically modified. And Russell Crowe had Superman naturally with his wife, and that's why they have to get him out of there, because he defied that baby was the very definition of defiance towards what they was trying to do. Okay, so reading on, it says researchers have predicted the ethical sound creation of the so-called designer baby by 2022. It is expected to spark a revolution in a new wave of genetic medication of humans. Kevin Smith from Alberta University in Dundee has published analysis that found the risks of gene editing are now low enough to warrant its use in human embryos. That's a fucking lie. They don't even know the effects of the stuff, man. It takes at least 100 years for you to properly analyze the effects of what this drug or procedure or chemical is gonna do to your body and to your DNA and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then it's clear to see when they tell you about how the genetically modified salmon, they have taken over the population of natural salmon. Okay, they've taken over, man. The same thing with the genetically modified mosquitoes and all that. Whatever they release that's genetically modified, it actually takes the natural and it pushes it out, man. It pushes it all the way out, man. It's like a what you would consider a weed, a pest, a weed. You know how it chokes out the rest of the plants and stuff. That's what these genetically modified organisms do, man. All right. It says he argued a morally justifiable. He argued a morally justifiable attempt could be less than 2 years away, and he predicted such research could kickstart a revolution in producing genetically modified GM people. Dr. Smith said that the human germline is by no means perfect, with evolution having furnished us with rather minimal protection from diseases that tend to strike in our later years, including cardiovascular disease, cancer, and dementia. GM techniques offer the prospect of protecting future people against these and other common disorders. This has previously been achieved to an extent in GM experiments on animals. Matter of fact, I was just watching this show. It's called Explain on Netflix, and they was going into this. I wasn't really watching it because I had it just playing, and while I was brushing my teeth and shit this morning, but it was going in. I think the one was called We Can Live Forever or something like that, and it was going in how they've mutated something, and they first started with worms, and then they've been doing it with animals, and it actually expanded the animal's lifespan. Okay, so they've been playing with this stuff for a long time, man. And it's Esau thinking that he's the potter, man. He's thinking he's the potter, and when the Most High is the potter, man. Okay. It says if several common disorders could be avoided or delayed by genetically modifying humans, the average disease-free lifespan could be substantially extended. The academic who is program leader for Arbitrary's biomedical science courses said research in this area would offer hope to parents at risk of transmitting serious genetic disease to their further future children. He warned an ethical approach must be at the heart of any advances if public trust is to be won. Dr. Smith added, society is largely opposed to genetically modifying humans, and the negative publicity generated by the ethically problematic first ever production of GM babies in China last year was strongly criticized by most geneticists and ethicists, how you pronounce that, further hardening attitudes against the creation of so-called designer babies. That's the spirit that they even said something about that, because I was just saying how the brother was talking about them Chinese, how now their lifespans are being cut down, but yet this genetically modifying is supposed to expand your lifespan. See, that's that fucking lie, man. They be lying, man. Okay, Esau is a fork-tongued devil, man. Just a damn liar, man. And you people just eat this shit up without even doing any type of legwork or research into this stuff, man. You just hop on it. Oh, my baby can be disease-free, but at what cost? Okay, your baby's gonna be disease-free, but now it has fucking 10 eyes and shit. Or its organs are on the outside of his body. Some weird shit. We don't know. Who knows what the Most High would do, man? The Most High is a terrible power, man. Okay, so you doing this genetically modifying people, and watch, man. The Lord is going to tear that shit up, man, because it was not the way he designed you, man. All right. I hit a couple scriptures and then I'm gonna shut it down. This is Romans 9, and I'm gonna start at 20. It says, "Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?" Because that's what Esau is really saying, man. Why hast thou made me thus, man? Okay? Why hast thou made me to have cancers and dementias and Alzheimer's in my DNA? Hey, man, because guess what, man? The Most High punish you for things you've done in your past, man. So for you to be a homosexual or any of that, it's because, man, you're being punished for past sins, man. All right? And it's that simple, man. It's that simple, okay? Verse 21, "Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Yeah, man. Have not Yahweh power of the clay to make of the same lump one vessel unto honor, Abel, and one a vessel unto dishonor, Cain, man. And that's the same spirits that are in Jacob and Esau this day, man. Okay, and that's why Esau has been slaying Abel, or Jacob, Salakia has been slaying Jacob. Hey, man, it's clear to see, man. A cop or a Negro is killed every, like, I think 20 hours or some shit like that. I forget the statistic, but that's just the Negro, okay? So-called Negro. Now add the rest of the nations of Israel, man. The rest of the tribes of Israel, you know, the Latinos and the Native and Seminole Indians. Then the statistic is gonna skyrocket, man. I bet you that's gonna break it down to fucking minutes, you know, if not seconds. All right. So reading on verse 22, it says, what if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And that's exactly what's happening, man. The Most High is going to show his power just like he did in Egypt, okay, by bringing Esau down, man. In Egypt, he brought down the Pharaoh, which was was one of the mightiest kingdoms, or was the mightiest kingdom at that time, until what? Until Yahweh brought that motherfucker down, and the world understood, and reverenced the Lord after that, man. The whole world did, and that's what's gonna happen all over again when Yahweh brings Esau down, man. Okay, the world is gonna reverence the Lord all over again, man, and his men as well. Okay. Let me grab this. Is Sirach 33 and starting at verse 10. It says, and all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord have divided them, and made their ways diverse. Okay. It says, verse 12, it says, some of them have he blessed and exalted, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them have he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. Yeah, man, that's Esau, man. He was cursed with his pigment. Okay. That's why the son's his enemy, man. Okay. Hey, man, and not just Esau, man. Our people are brought low for the atrocities and the wickedness that they've committed in past lives, man. Okay. Verse 13, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as he at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liketh him best. Yeah, man. So for you guys to have those, fucked up genes in your DNA and you pass on to your children, it's because that's how the Most High wanted it, man. Period. That's just that, man. Who are you to reply against the Lord, man? Verse 14, good is set against evil and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner and the sinner against the godly. Yeah, man. That genetically modified babies, that's sin, man. That's man. That's crazy, man. Esau is diabolical, man. He's trying to take all he's trying to create a perfect specimen when our imperfection is perfection, man. Okay? Our imperfection is perfection, man. Because this is how the Lord made us, man. If every person on the planet was the exact fucking same person, what would be the fucking point, man? What would be the point? So every time you go shopping, you're gonna buy some white shoes, a white t-shirt, and a white pants? Every fucking time? So you just got a whole wardrobe of nothing but white. The same exact shoe, pants, and everything. Nah, man. That's hey, naturally people want variety, man. You want to see different things, man. All right, and the Most High is the same, man. He has a people set for himself. And then he has the other nations, man. That's just how he sets it up, man. And that's just it, man. And with that, man, I pray it was edifying. I want to give Carl Law, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, shalom, and blessings to you, sincere Akim, that push this word and truth and sincerity. Shalom.